You know what? I think I might actually decide to fight that ignorant cunt. Seriously. I just had a long conversation with the woman who takes care of Angel, right? They grew tired of having me waiting for me to do it, and the vets went and called them again. So I guess her husband talked to them. It's just so everything I ever said about my cunt of an aunt, okay? She's full of fucking shit. She's not even remotely a good person, okay? Her motives in this were not even remotely pure. And like the woman just said, we have no idea if her little make my sister well again even worked. Do you understand? Oh, I'm gonna fucking fight her. It doesn't matter, you know, I'm not letting this stand. I'm not gonna let her just take my mother from me. You know what I mean? It's not like my mom was well and made all these decisions. We don't even know what happened with my mom. What a fucking cunt she is. What a fucking unbelievable cunt. As I just said to the woman who takes care of Angel, she's like, yep. Doesn't even think it's necessary to transfer ownership. So no, she has, $75,000 of my mom's money. Okay? It's a $400 bill for my mom's dog, not for mine. It wasn't authorized. I said, now you see what a friggin' bitch she is? And the woman took care of it. Yep, I do. Yep, like I said, there are people in real life who know I was killing myself trying to help my mom, save my mom, while that bitch was doing absolutely nothing. She didn't want anything to do with anything anymore. She saw her sister once in that 6 weeks of hell that I went through. Okay? Yeah, the vet called again, and her husband explained to them, and they contacted my aunt, and my aunt told them whatever. I'm sure she badmouthed me to Kingdom Come, so I'm going to tell them the truth, okay? It's not authorized. It was a joint account. It's my mom's fucking dog. Auntie left apparently a bullshit message. I'm not paying that bill. Whatever. She saved it. I'm like, it's good. I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Okay? The dog's been yours for whatever. I told you. She has taken over my mom. She's Lord and Master. Joe likens it to kidnapping, okay? And like she just said, well, we don't even know how your mom feels. It doesn't matter. That's what guardian means. My mom no longer is anything, okay? My mom is no longer her own person. Let's get that perfectly clear. That is what guardian conservatorship means, okay? Like I said, a lawyer would have a field day with her own words. You're a godsend to your mom. You don't cause your mom's breakdowns, blah, 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 all this crap. I don't want to do it anymore. I'm busy. You handle it. I don't want to be the healthcare proxy anymore. You're the daughter. You should do it. I'm busy. Da, 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 da. Okay? A lawyer would have a fucking field day with that. A field day. Yeah, I told you she wasn't going to, I was like, she wasn't going to pay that bill. But she has the nerve, and my friend said before, because my mom, when she would get sick, she wouldn't relinquish ownership, you understand? You guys know I kept trying to convince my mom to relinquish ownership of Angel to these people, so they could decide what they wanted to do, right? She wouldn't do it, okay? It's still her dog. My mother's fucking life, prior to you fucking taking over her and becoming her Lord and Master, does not just disappear because you wave a magic wand, you ignorant, deceitful, two-faced cunt. Yeah, she's like, oh, it wasn't authorized. Unreal. Yeah, it wasn't authorized, but my mom locked up in the mental hospital and isn't going to talk to me. My mom who suddenly decides she's worried about money she was never worried about before. My mom who suddenly decides she does no longer loves the dog she's had for 8 years, loves Omar who she loved more than anything, or loves me. And you think she's in her right frame of mind thinking all this? She's not fucked up from those psych meds and whatever. Go to your grave in that engrossed in that type of ignorance. Yeah, she left them a message. The dog's been yours for a while, and Yeah, And my mom did not want to relinquish ownership. Didn't I keep trying to convince her to do it? These people are under no obligation to keep Angel. You understand? Oh, she's such a fucking bitch. Divine justice, you cunt. Divine justice. What a cunt. I told him, if you haven't erased the message, let me hear it. I want to fucking hear it. Okay? What a fucking bitch. See, my lawyer would have a field day because I said everything I ever said about her. Now you're seeing exactly what I mean, huh? And she's like, yep. She sees exactly who Marion is. She's a fucking whatever, you know? With an authorized. My mom's fucking dog. If it was Omar, we wouldn't be having this conversation. I'd take nearly half of my disability money and I'd pay the bill. It was my mom's fucking dog. My mom's illness can't just decide that it's not her dog anymore. And Auntie still, they're like, and they left her message, she doesn't even think it's necessary to transfer ownership. You understand what kind of bitch she is? She's giddy over her fucking power, okay? Giddy. You hate me, you can go fuck yourselves up the ass, because there are people in real life who know the goddamn truth about my aunt and her so-called, I'm gonna make my sister well again, bullshit, okay? Smoke and mirrors, black magic bullshit. Just goes on a grand scale. That's why Joe wrote something, he's like, yeah, I heard your aunt's gonna run for the next stint as Hillary, you know, whatever. Run as the next Hillary for president. Joke. Again, we wouldn't be having this conversation if it had been a bill for Omar. You understand? I would pay it like that. I'm not paying Angel's fucking bill. And when I did that, you know, it doesn't matter. Like my friend said before, that's the agreement. Because before I was thinking, well, you know, maybe they should pay half or whatnot, but that was never the agreement, and that's when I thought that they would want her. Okay? And then I'm blindsided by the fact that they don't want her. Okay? Wasn't authorized. You're a fucking cunt. You know that? You are such a fucking two-faced cunt. And sadly, you're just able to wrap people around your little finger because they're not capable of looking below the surface of things, okay? My mom wasn't poor. You understand? She wasn't fucking poor. She loved her dog. Oh my God. What a bitch. What a fucking bitch. Oh my God, what a fucking bitch. And again, I just never lived with my mother. What a fucking bitch. Oh, you are such a fucking bitch, Auntie. Oh my God. It wasn't authorized. I'm not paying that bill. Yeah. Like it just goes away. You know what I mean? You understand? You guys know. I periodically came out here and told you I was trying to convince my mom to give up Angel, right? Right? These people, and Auntie just doesn't even feel it's necessary. And basically, I'm like, oh my God, did you have to talk to her? She's like, no, we played phone tag. We left a message saying X, Y, and Z. Auntie called the vet and said whatever. I'm sure, making me out to be total scum, and I stole all my mom's money and whatever else fucking she said in front of that judge as well, I'm sure. And I am going to find out, you understand? Hell or high water, I am going to find out exactly what that fucking two-faced, deceitful bitch said about me to that judge. Okay? It's my right. Even the woman I talked to on the phone, who took it upon herself to be nice. I didn't ask her. I wouldn't have thought to ask her. I just told her, you know. She's like, your aunt didn't give you that paperwork? I'm like, of course not. It shows you what disdain, disregard she has for me. Oh, you're so sick in the head, Auntie. That's why I hear the pot calling the kettle black. My mom is screwed now that you're in control of her. She's so fucking screwed. Dementia and that shit doesn't go away. It doesn't fall under make my sister well again. She's going to wind up like I read about in one of those places for people, you know. Could guarantee you that's what's going to happen. I would have been better off, like I said, if the government had taken over and made my mom a ward of the state a couple of years ago. That way Auntie would have had to show some humility. They would have gone after her $53,000, and I would still be allowed to associate with my mom. You understand? This bitch is never gonna, I'll never know anything. Okay? She has made it out like I'm the most horrible person in the universe. It's a bunch of hooey. It's a bunch of fucking unfathomable bullshit, okay? Unfathomable bullshit. But yeah, I just said to her, she just said, no, because she left me that note. I told you she left me a note on the door, and I didn't know if it was just like, have you gotten to the bottom of it yet? No, they got to the bottom of it. They got to the bottom of it, okay? They got to the bottom of it. The fact is, the agreement was my mom pay, okay? Just because my mom was in so many hospitals and they had the dog doesn't make the agreement null and void. Just because my mom, in her mentally ill brain, you know, she won't give up the dog, mind you, okay? Then if she doesn't want to give up the dog, as my friend pointed out a while back, the agreement is that my mom pays for everything. My mom who has plenty of money, okay? That was the agreement. You understand? That was the agreement. It's not their fault my mom kept winding up in these hospitals. And again, what the fuck? Why not have Angel with them when my mom's in the hospital? Why have her here with me? Everything's still being paid for by my mom, you know? Why not have the dog be happier? You know what I mean? She's such a bitch. Oh my God. She's such a bitch. No fucking way am I letting this stand. No fucking way. No way. Am I going to fight her and go to court and all that? No, but I damn well am going to do something to make sure I can find out what the fuck she said to that judge. Because it's a bunch of black magic, smoke and mirrors bullshit, okay? Wasn't authorized. Your mentally ill sister did not want to relinquish ownership of Angel despite the fact that I repeatedly tried to convince her to do it, you fucking bullshit cunt, okay? She didn't want to do it. She refused. It was her right to refuse. But they are not responsible for the vet bills. You know? I told her. I'd already told her about my YouTube channel. I'm like, yeah, she's not getting away with any of this in secret. I have ripped her apart online. I have saturated YouTube. I have saturated the internet with the friggin' truth versus her lies and half-truths. Okay? With nothing but the truth. Nothing but the truth. My mom's dog. She'd had her for 8 years. Okay? My mom, when she was well, would of course want to pay for Angel. You know? That was the fucking agreement. And they were never going to make a new agreement, as I tried to explain to my mom. They were never going to make a new agreement where they pay half and my mom pays half. She didn't want to give up her dog. Okay? So to say the charge wasn't, that's what she said on the message. I'm going to get to hear it, I hope, if she didn't erase it. I'll stop there on the way to the library. But anyway, you know what I mean? Auntie wants to twist everything around people. She wants to act like, I know exactly what she's doing. Anyone with half a brain can see what she's doing. Just the fact that she's acting like they never did anything. They were a godsend to my mom who wanted her dog, you understand? She desperately wanted her dog. She would have done anything for her dog. She was ready to, you know? All Auntie cares about is fucking money. You can't take it with you, you fucking cunt. I hope you get cancer like your two sisters died from, because you're a sick fucking bitch. You get to go around and call me mentally ill, label me mentally ill, whatever. I have people who know the truth, okay? You're a sick fucking bitch. You think it just goes away. You think everything, you know, the woman just innocently had asked, you know, so is she there because she wants, you know? And Auntie's like, I'm not, of course you're not going to tell you because you don't want anyone to know if your little make my sister well again even worked at all. You want to pretend my mom never loved her dog. You want to pretend that I'm just a horrible human being because I paid that vet bill, you know, for Angel, not for Omar, okay? For Angel. Sick bitch. Sick, sick bitch. Sick bitch. Like I said, the mom who loved me, if she could have seen, had a crystal ball, and seen into the future, what her sister was going to do to me, get my mom when she's out of her mind, okay? When she's not thinking clearly or whatnot, she would have told me to take the money and run, and I know that. She would have told me, take the money and run. It's not going to affect her whatsoever. You understand? Everything my mom ever wanted me to have when she loved me is going to go to her fucking deceitful, manipulative, two-faced kind of a sister and all of her family. My mom did not want to give up her dog, you understand? She can't just be mentally ill and change the agreement. She can't just, but again, Auntie is a snake. She is the worst fucking snake imaginable. She's just like unreal. Seriously. I told her, like, she's not going to pay that bill. Of course not. Of course not. She's also not going to get away with whatever the fucking bullshit she spewed to them because I'm going to tell them the truth. Okay? This is for my mom's dog. I made an executive decision. Okay? My mom did not want to give up Angel, as you guys know. You know I came out here and I've tried, you know, I don't want to give up, you know, she doesn't want to give up Angel. And then periodically, when she's out of her mind crazy, then it's like, I don't want to pay for Angel anymore. I don't want to, they can, but she still doesn't want to give her up, you understand? It's not rational, but it's her, you know, her brain. Like I said, I was set up so badly. Set up, used, and then completely discarded. Auntie wanted nothing to do with anything anymore. Unfucking believable. Like I said, any of you can free to believe whatever the fuck you want. I'm grateful for the non-ignorant people who see right through Auntie's bullshit, okay? Not just based on what I say. And again, I do nothing but tell the truth, okay? I was not being verbally abusive towards my mom. Have I been less than perfect in the past? Yep, so is Auntie. So is Auntie. And furthermore, Auntie has made light of it, okay? When it was convenient for her. The lawyer, my mom's lawyer, outright that female one, you know, the one we skipped, you know. So is Laura verbally abusive towards her mom? And Auntie, of course, because she, again, if it's convenient for her, I'm whatever. Oh, it's just a mother-daughter thing, okay? Auntie couldn't hand over that money fast enough. No one was forcing her to. She wasn't worried about me spending it. She wasn't worried about us spending it, okay? She wasn't worried at all. If you guys spend it all on organic food, then oh well, you'll just have to live on a budget. I'm not worried about it anymore. It's, you know, it's up to you guys. You're there to, you know? My mom's mental illness can't just suddenly decide for her that she's worried about money she was never worried about, and also doesn't love her dog, my dog, or me any longer. Okay? That's what happened here. You understand? My aunt's a fucking snake. A snake. A snake and just unreal. Okay? I knew she wouldn't pay the bill. It's a drop in the bucket. That's $400 less that goes into her pocket, though. I'm sure, I know, I can guarantee you she instantly changed that 401k to make her the beneficiary. She has the nerve to say to me she's still trying to preserve this home for my future. She has the nerve when we had a little confrontation when she's saying, I'm never stepping foot in this house again. I'm like, you're going to have to, it's your house. It's not my house, it's your mother's house. Oh my God. See, Auntie hates that I'm not, she thinks that I'm like some ignorant little girl, okay? Some ignorant kid who she can give little Christmas cookies to, and I'm just gonna buy into her bullshit. You know? It is your fucking house, you bitch. You are not trying to preserve this for my future. It wouldn't be rational for you to do that. I'm not gonna be the age that I need to be for 7 years. Are you going to pay on this house for 7 years to save it for me till I'm old enough to, or you think I'm going to live here all this time? Do you see her fucking bullshit? She's so full of it. She's so full of it, people. She's so full of it. She's so full of it. The charge wasn't authorized. It was a joint fucking account. It was my mom's dog, not mine. Charge wasn't authorized. She's one of those assholes, one of those conniving family members who got my mom when my mom's not well in the head, you know? Happens all the time. It's that most of those people don't have this kind of forum that I have. Yeah, no fucking way. No fucking way am I just gonna let stand whatever she fucking said. I can subpoena it. You know, like I said, we were treated with more respect by the government 2 years ago. It's not like we had a chance to get a lawyer or anything, but we were served exactly what paperwork, this thick booklet of what they had said to that judge in order to get the emergency hearing, and then we were served on a Wednesday and got to attend the emergency hearing just so we had a right to be in person. Okay? I wasn't even granted that. I wasn't even allowed to be present to defend myself or to hear what the bitch had to say about me. You get it? I want to know why the government is forced to... Joe said maybe it's because it's government versus private. I don't know. Like I said, they threw me in for good measure, but they were after Auntie. My mom had brought them into our lives, you understand? She had met them with them in the back porch. She had turned against her sister without my help. And she had gotten elder services involved. And she wound up getting a police restraining order against her sister because her sister would not stop calling up here and verbally abusing her. Okay? It's all the truth. All the truth. And we tried to get my mom tried to get a regular restraining order against her sister, but she didn't know how to articulate right. And that was when her sister got her sectioned, and it was a false thing. It was a totally false thing. Because like I said, it wouldn't matter what I said to them. If I call up and say, my mom wants to go, Auntie's doing this to my mom because how dare my mom go against her sister and whatever, and my mom accessed her own money, so now her sister got her sectioned on false pretenses, blah, blah, whatever, and then they examined my mom and thought she was out of her mind, they wouldn't have just let her out the next day, would they have? No. They didn't just go by what I say. They examined my mom and realized she was nothing wrong with her. As I had said to them, when my mom called me, I was in the shelter, but I was on my way back or something, but I talked to her, and she was like, yeah, the police just came, and you know what I mean? You see? It's all about power. It's all about greed. Auntie is a fucking snake. She deserves anything bad that happens to her in this existence. Because she's a fucking snake. When it was convenient for her, I was her best buddy, and she needed me, etc., etc., etc. Okay? And then when nothing's in it for her, she wants nothing to do with anything anymore. And then when the unthinkable happens, then my mom turns on me, okay? My mom, who's not in her right frame of mind whatsoever, turns on me. Auntie was right there waiting, okay? And her she belongs in a nursing home 2 months prior. I washed my hands of it. Suddenly turns into, I trust her to cook in my downstairs apartment and making it out to be that I'm the cause of all my mom's breakdowns and there's nothing wrong with her sister and she's fine, etc., etc. And it's all about the money. That bitch's motives are not even remotely pure, okay? And I know that deep down in my gut. My My conscience is clear. My motives were pure. And there are people, like I said, her primary care physician cried in front of him, begged him, whatever. The lawyer and crisis guy. They all know the truth, plus regular people who are not professionals know the truth. Okay? Auntie wanted nothing to do with anything anymore. My mom would cry to me. Her sister doesn't even care about her. All she cares about is that old man. And my mom saw right through that bullshit, too. She's like, oh yeah, my mom said to me, he's gonna wind up leaving her everything. He's gonna die, her dear friend. And in the end, her fucking family is living in his house. Okay? She can never take the moral high ground with me. Ever, ever, ever. She can pull the wool over ignorant people's eyes. She can never take the moral high ground with me. Ever. As I've repeatedly told you in these videos. Ever, ever, ever can that two-faced cunt take the moral high ground with me. Alright? Anyone with half a brain can see right through her bullshit. Right through it. Even down to, like, it wasn't authorized and you've had the dog and whatnot. It doesn't work that way, you fucking cunt. Your mentally ill sister wanted to keep her dog, period, and that was the agreement that she paid for it. Okay? She wanted to relinquish ownership, then they could make the decision whether or not they wanted to keep Angel. Okay? It was never, ever, that opportunity was never handed to them. My mom refused to relinquish ownership of Angel, and no one could force her to do it. You understand? It doesn't fucking work that way. Like I said, just because my aunt wants to pretend that my mom's life prior to Auntie becoming Lord and Master over my mom never existed, doesn't mean that's the truth. Fuck you, you cunt. Fuck you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You may have won, but you have not won in secrecy, not even remotely. Oh, and by the way, people, one bit of good news in all of this. For whatever reason, they are going to keep Angel. They were ready to give her to somebody, and I guess the husband got all upset or whatnot, and they have decided to keep her. So, that's nice, huh? I waited to the end to say that because the fact is they were not going to keep her. They were adamant about not keeping her. Okay? They were not going to keep her, and my mom never wanted to give her up. And when I paid that vet bill, you know, I didn't know what Auntie was up to. I would have never imagined that the snake would go that far. I didn't even know you could. I didn't know you could obtain emergency guardianship conservatorship over someone locked up in a mental hospital out of their minds. Okay? Auntie's a snake. She deserves whatever bad things happen to her in her life. Seriously. She does. She deserves it. Whatever happens to her. She's a fucking two-faced snake. Like I said, I don't need any of you people to believe me. I know the truth, see? If you know the truth, I know the truth. People are either going to believe me or not believe me. I know the fucking truth, period.